Let's get some business news now. We've already seen some of it there from Trudy McIntosh in Canberra. Some interesting warnings yesterday, some troubling ones too. But it's all timely, isn't it, Ed? Because the RBA Governor, Philip Lowe, he's due to appear at Senate estimates in, shade under 2 hours' time from now.
Yeah, look, this is not the normal every 6 month appearance from the Governor Lowe, which goes for 4, 5, 6 hours sometimes. This is just the budget estimates appearance, so it's a 2 hour setting. So the questions will probably be a lot tighter, a lot more targeted at Governor Lowe. Obviously, he's under a lot of pressure right now to explain how strong Australia's economy is at the moment. We've seen the unemployment rate go up to 3.7%. Yesterday, some figures from ANZ Roy Morgan showed consumer confidence in the month of May was the lowest monthly average since April 1990. So more than 30 years. So Governor Lowe's obviously juggling interest rates, he's juggling economic growth. There's a lot on his plate. So expect the senators today to ask him some pretty targeted questions about where the cash rate's going. Is it staying at 3.85%? When's it going to start coming down? When is there going to be relief for people with mortgages? Yeah, that are putting more and more money aside every month, Pete, to pay their home loans? Yeah,
I mean, those comments from Rob Scott were interesting yesterday, weren't they? That the honeymoon is over, and Stephen Kennedy even saying the economy peaked in September last year. I mean, surely, what's your mail, Ed? I mean, is that going to be the end of the rate rises for now?
Look, I've spoken to quite a few economists about this over the past few weeks, and look, they don't believe there'll be a cash rate rise in June, so just in less than 6 days' time for the next board meeting for the Reserve Bank. But there is a sense from quite a few of them that we are going to get 1, perhaps 2 more rate increases slightly later on in this year. So maybe around the month of August, perhaps, we might see another cash rate rise, or perhaps 2 more cash rate rises before the end of this year. So I don't think we're at the limit yet, Pete, to where the cash rate is in Australia.
I wonder if that's why more and more leading economists are saying the likelihood of recession may well be increasing. We'll wait and see. Meanwhile, Ed, later this morning, April inflation numbers will be released. Economists predicting inflation will increase to 6.4%.
This is not the news that we really want to see, but basically the monthly inflation indicator for the month of March showed inflation was at 6.3% during March. So the expectation today is it's actually going to be either flat or creep ahead very slightly to 6.4% in April. So we know inflation peaked in the December quarter last year and has slowly been coming down. But the data we get from the ABS today is likely to confirm that it's not coming down quick enough, that it's basically remained flat over a 4.5 week period. Which is not really good news for our economy and actually adds more fuel to the Reserve Bank to potentially lifting rates earlier than expected.
Oh, wow, you're just getting data from so many different angles, aren't we, at the moment, Ed? Meanwhile, tomorrow, the May Property Price Index will be released by PropTrack. House prices expected to have risen for a 5th month in a row. Here's some more data.
Yeah, look, despite all the sort of economic uncertainty, the fear of a recession, we have seen house prices lift for the last 4 months in a row, and we're going to get the May numbers early tomorrow morning, and the expectation is property prices will be up for 5 months in a row. Now, it's not a massive increase overall, according to PropTrack, for the first 4 months of increases. It's about 0.75% across Australia is the increase in property. So if we get the numbers tomorrow, it's probably going to be maybe a 1% increase since the start of the year in property prices, which isn't a lot, but it's better than when property prices were falling. A lot of people get concerned when property prices are falling because their asset values are going down, and that adds to sort of falling consumer confidence as well. So we'll get these numbers early tomorrow morning from PropTrack, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, numbers, more numbers. You're across them all, as usual, Ed. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.